Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to KingSpade channel, and welcome to the channel another side episode on the very hype game Ragnarok Origin Global. So when you just started playing the game, I bet you have heard or read somewhere or been told by your friends or players in Discord or forum that to become strong, you need to use the S rank pad. The S rank pad is overly powerful, stronger than your own character, and can help you easily complete any content in the game and score high DPS, high rank or points like for MVP Hunt, Sage Book, Helheim, and also in PvP. But what if I tell you that the S rank pad is not as great as what most of the players have said? They are overrated and shouldn't be put much emphasis on. In this video, I will explain why the lower rank pad will be as good as the S rank pad. Now, the lower rank pads are not to be neglected and put aside. To know why, first you need to know what exactly the contribution of the pad to the overall stat of your character. If you had played the other version of the Ragnarok game, such as Ragnarok X Next Generation and Ragnarok M Eternal Love, the pad aptitude in those games will be directly added to your character. But that is not the case for Ragnarok Origin. Equipping or deploying the pad in ROO does not combine or add the pad aptitude to your character. However, the pad does add a little of your stat. Now, you might already know this, but if you have not, promoting or increasing the pad tier will unlock new skill which give additional stats. These additional stats are not for your character. These unlocked skills are for the pad itself. For example, the Lunatic pad at tier 2 unlock a new skill which increases the physical damage by 12%. Supposedly, if I deploy the Lunatic pad, I will get additional 12% physical damage. Looking at my stat, without deploying Lunatic pad, I have 7.53% physical damage bonus. After deploying the Lunatic pad, my physical damage bonus is still at 7.53%. No changes at all. You might say, yeah, it is actually not for the physical damage bonus stat, it is for the additional raw physical damage stat. So for further proof, with the Lunatic pad deployed, the additional physical damage is 78. Now, after unequip the Lunatic pad, the additional physical damage stat is still at 78. So what does this mean? The stat that you get from unlocking the pad skill after upgrading the pad tier level is not for your character. Originally, the Lunatic pad has its own unique trait, which increased the physical damage by 10%. At tier 2, another 12% physical damage is obtained. And guess where the stat goes if it is not for your character? It appears at the pad stat. So now here the Lunatic has 22% physical damage. It increases the pad physical damage. Now, what about the extra stat below the pad skill? It said here the character stat increase. Surely this is meant for the character, the owner of the pad. But I'm not quite sure about that. In fact, after doing some tests, this stat also does not add to your character's overall stat. I'll show you later why I said that. So here is where your character actually benefits from the pad. When you equip or deploy a pad, you will get some additional stats that listed at the stat preview. You will get these 4 additional stats: maximum HP, maximum SP, physical attack, and magic attack. The stat given depend on the pad rank and the pad tier. Different rank of pad will give different rate of stat. Different pad tier will give different rate of stat. For example, let's deploy A rank pad Squidget. Deploying Squidget will increase the maximum HP, maximum SP, physical and magic attack by 0.2%. It actually do not matter which pad you equip. As long as it is the same rank and same tier, it will give the same rate of stat. So to show the difference between before and after equipping the pad, before deploying Squidget, these are my stats. After deploying Squidget, observe that these stats are increased. It is increased by around 0.2%. Let's take another example. Let's deploy B rank tier 2 pad Melee. Melee increases all the listed stats by 0.3%. So by calculation, I should get these stats, but this is the stat shown at the character patch instead. So there are discrepancy between the calculation and the stat shown. You might say, yeah, maybe the exact value is actually half decimal. The they just round up the number, so my calculated value is slightly higher. But here is the thing. Supposedly the additional stat from the unlock skill after the pet tier is upgraded is taken into consideration. The real value for the character stat should be way higher. So looking at this example, either this is a bug, the additional stat from the pet skill is not being added into the character stat, or this stat is actually not for the character but for the pet itself. So that is the point I want to make for this additional stat that you got when unlock the pet skill. It seems like it is for the pet itself, not for the character. Going back to the pet stat preview, as mentioned earlier, the stat rate is depending on the pet rank and the pet tier. Higher pet rank will give higher stat rate. Higher pet tier will give higher stat rate. So after spending some time testing with different rank and different tier pets and playing around with the numbers, I come out with this relation table between the pet rank, tier, and the rate of stat that the players will get from the pet. In summary, the B rank pet gives 2 times more stat than the C rank pet of the same tier. The A rank pet gives 4 times more than the C rank pet, and the S rank pet gives 6 times more stat than the C rank pet. Now I have to include that while A, B, and C rank pet give the stat with percentage, the S rank pet additionally gives some raw stat to the player's overall stat. I didn't include that in this table, I only consider the percentage part. So if we take that into account, the S rank pet gives 6 times more than the C rank pet with slightly more stat. Now if you have a S rank pet with 0 tier, it will increase your maximum HP, maximum SP, physical and magic attack by 0.3%. Looking at the C rank pet, if you have a C rank tier 6 pet, it will increase your stat by 0.35%, which is higher than what the S rank tier 0 pet can give. Now if you manage to upgrade the S rank pet to tier 1, suddenly the pet is much better. It increases way more stat than a tier 10 rank C pet. But a rank B tier 6 pet is still better because it increases more of your character stat. Now you may argue saying that nope, my S rank 0 tier Dunel is way better than your tier 10 A rank piece of garbage. Well, players might have a conception that the higher rank pet will have better skill compared to the lower rank pet. That might be true to some extent, but that is not always the case. For example, the S rank DPS single target class pet Antasha Sigma have the skill mode shifting, releasing an explosion dealing 900% physical damage to the surrounding enemies, and activate overload mode, which inflict additional shadow damage when she attack, last for 6 seconds and have 30 seconds cooldown. The A rank DPS single target class pet Dr. Owl have the skill Gale Wind, create a cutting wind dealing 800% wind damage to enemies in a straight line, and instead of increasing its own attack, it increases your range attack by 20%, lasts for 6 seconds and has 8 seconds cooldown. Comparing these two pets, the skill damage difference is not that huge. Antasha Sigma deal 900% damage, while Dr. Owl deal 800% damage. Increasing Dr. Owl tier further will increase the skill multiplier damage to 1000% at tier 5 and 1200% at tier 10. Antasha Sigma, on the other hand, the skill multiplier damage is increased to 950% at tier 5 and 1000% at tier 10. The skill damage is lower than Dr. Owl. The saving grace for S tier pet that elevate them to be much better is because they have higher attribute upper limit, which gives them more stat, and because of that, dealing better damage. At one point, the pet can only progress to a certain limit, and that is when you need your pet to help you increase your character stat. If you can't upgrade your S rank pet tier and stays on tier 0 and you insist of using it, players with the C rank tier 6 pad will have much better stat because it increases more of the player's stat. And I think that is also why players mention that the S rank pad is only good up to mid game, because after that your pad is capped and can't help you anymore in terms of lifting up your overall stat. Well, if you have tier 10 S rank pad, you will be OP throughout the game until the later game. It doesn't just stop at mid game. The problem is when you can't tier up the S rank pad. To help you with your pad growth, you can use this table. You can screenshot this table or you can also download it. I'll put the link at the video description below. Alright, what do you think of the pad ranking and tier list? What are your thoughts of the relation table that I come up with? Let me know at the comment section below. That's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.